The Governors pick up their 6th win in OVC play for the first time since 1977. I'm Taylor Wiseman alongside head football coach Will Healy. Coach, your team battled back from a 17-point deficit today to get a win on the road. Walk me through that.
Well, first off, you got to give them a lot of credit. I think that's a really good football team. I've got a lot of respect for how Coach Elder does it, and I know that we knew we had our work cut out for us when we got here. I think they're extremely talented. They're well coached. What they do schematically is really good in all three aspects. So we knew we had to play really well. I didn't feel like we started with as much energy as I would like to, and we've done that a couple times. We got to make sure we get that fixed, and we understand the opportunity that's in front of us, and we start a little bit faster than what we did. But so proud of how we handled the second half. You know, and I thought the key possession, when I went for it on 4th down and we didn't get it, probably a bad call on my part. We stopped them, held them to a field goal, and it was a 17-point game instead of a 21-point game. If they score there, you know, we're in some trouble. But our defense came up big, and then we hit the shot over the top to Tiny, and things started snowballing. But just so proud of our effort and the type of kids we have in that locker room, and have so much fun watching them compete. A crazy game, a huge win. I guess only our second time as a program winning in Richmond, Kentucky. So huge win and big win in playoff week number 4.
Can you describe that game-winning 4th quarter drive capped off by Oatsville's 8-yard TD?
You just got to feel good when he's on the field, and you know, as goofy as he can be sometimes, he came out and he wants the ball in his hands in late game situations, and I knew there was no way he was ever going to hand the ball off on the one where he scored. But I just think that whole group was so resilient all game long. You know, we kept running the football and kept trying to establish a run. Our offensive line did a great job, and then we rushed for 250 and threw for 200. So we were able to push the ball over the top a little bit, make some big plays in the pass game. But that was a huge drive, and I felt really good in the 4th quarter when we got to about 10 or 12 minutes to go in the game, just based on the momentum of the game and the way our sideline looked, and they were hungry, and they made them pay.
Your defense gave your team opportunities, holding EKU to only 3 points in the second half. What does that say to you about this defensive effort?
It's what we've seen all year long, and give credit to those coaches and those players that they stuck with their game plan. You know, huge pick at the end by Kiavis to seal the deal. But I thought they played hard all game long. They were never flustered, and we made some good corrections at halftime, I thought, and you know, and played like we should play in the second half. So there's no quit in this football team, and it showed today.
As you mentioned, something seemed to change in that second half. What gave y'all that momentum change?
I think it's the type of kids we have. You know, I would love to say it was some Newt Rockne speech at halftime, but that's the type of guys we have in our locker room, and they won't fail. And you know, I just thought that we had a little bit of energy going after the touchdown to Tiny. We got some energy going after we got the stop and made them kick the field goal, and then things started snowballing from there. There started to be some belief. We figured, you know, we could get some stops and we could move the ball on them if we'd stop shooting ourselves in the foot, and then the confidence got going a little bit, and we had a great second half.
Thanks, Coach. The Governors are now 7-1 in FCS play. For more stats, highlights, info, and all things Governor football, make sure to follow our social media sites at Let's Go Peay. From Richmond, Kentucky, I'm Taylor Wiseman.